Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I wonder if Sam will come up today. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Good afternoon. It's a Sunday afternoon watch party. We're live. I didn't have a whole lot to cover today, so we can just talk and go answer your questions, theories. We can talk anything. Last night, I had a good time talking with some of the channel members. NASA Cans fan there. That's John. He's a channel member. So it's a great opportunity. We're going to try and do that once a month at least. Either we may even be live on the channel or just talk each other. So you join the channel. You know, it's a minimum $5 and it's a pretty cool time. Everyone's kind of getting to know each other too, and it's working out great. Cobra Kai World, hey man, welcome. Mega Cloud, hey, thanks for coming in. The videos have dropped slightly. I know I'm working on a Kreese video. I was kind of doing some other stuff, trying to get ready to maybe talk about House of the Dragon. So I was like actually reading the book and stuff. But I do have a Armado, yeah, will you start Stranger Things content soon? I think I'm not going to do Stranger Things. You know, I had hinted at it, but that's fine, Riley. Yeah, maybe another time. Watch party for Photoshop, but Armando, Stranger Things, I thought about doing it, and I know it's like really popular. It's maybe one of the most popular shows out there. There's going to be 2 more seasons of Stranger Things, 4 and 5, and season 4 is being released in 2 parts. But I think, you know, while I did enjoy it, like I never felt like totally into it or enthralled into it, or like I was like, man, I just want to start pumping out some videos. Like I had a few things I thought I could say, but like I didn't quite get it as in depth. You know, and I don't want to just put out videos because, there'll be a big audience for it. And that doesn't even necessarily work anyway. You know, there was a lot of Squid Game viewers, but those videos didn't get as many views. I am thinking about covering a very different show. That's, you can hear. I am thinking about covering House of the Dragon, which is the prequel to Game of Thrones. Obviously, that's a very, very different show than Cobra Kai, but we'll see how it turns out. But one advantage of that is it'll be a brand new show, and I'm interested in like covering something from the beginning, as opposed to Stranger Things, which are now on some level the end is in sight, even though it's got a little ways to go. But the Lord of the Rings show doesn't look good too. Yeah, I have some people have asked me if I would cover it. I don't have any intention on covering whatever that show is trying to be or wants to be. Melissa Bonsai, hey Bonsai, back to you. So yeah, House of the Dragon. I think House of the Dragon has the most potential on some level, you know, for intrigue, like there's a lot of characters. I've read the book it's based on, you know, and like, it's definitely something where people would enjoy coming to like YouTube for like, what the hell did I just watch? You know, so, Bryce Productions watch party. Do you think Chozen will use pressure points technique on Terry Silver about to finish until Barnes tackles him? So he's like, so Chozen uses pressure points and then, Barnes saves the day for Silver. Honestly, I think for the most part, I think pressure points technique is done with. You know, we saw it in season 3. Daniel used it in the end in like a climactic moment. And then like they brought it back in the rematch, right? In episode 5 here of season 4. That's not it. Whoa. But they brought it back in the fight, you know, as they said in it. If you watch some of the interviews, even like Hayden said, he's like, well, why wouldn't Daniel use it? Like, you know, like storytelling, like they wanted to bring it back, but in the end, we also saw that a smart tactical person like Johnny, can counter it in real time. He countered it, directly. He's like trying to kick at him, and he just, even with part of his body sort of numb or disabled, he used the other part to take him down and score a point. So it's not an invincible, it's not a joker, it's not an I win card, which just gives them a way to then keep the story going. So I think the pressure points is fun, but I don't expect it to come back in any serious way again. Sort of like the crane kick. Now it's almost like a little bit of a joke, right? Because of you don't want, for storytelling reasons, them to have some sort of I win card. Would I discuss other subjects besides TV shows? I don't think so. I mean, movies or something, but at least for this channel anyway. I mean, if I ever make another channel, but as far as this channel, I think that the content would be the same, style or something. It may be about another show, but it'll be, the watch party, Melissa asks, and great that you're in here, Melissa. Melissa is one of our loyal viewers. Do you think we will learn more about Chozen's backstory before the events of Karate Kid 2? Melissa, actually, yes. I don't know when or where that backstory will be. I don't know if it'll be before Karate Kid 2 or in the interim years from the movie to present day. But I do think we will get more Chozen backstory. It seems like there's room for that, We have to learn more about Chozen. LOL. Why he came to the U.S., etc. There will be more backstory to him. Well, we know why he came to the U.S. It's very straightforward. Daniel asked him to. But yeah, backstory. I do think there's more to learn about from Chozen. Are you going to be covering any movies, Roundtable? At the moment, no. I think there's like the Marvel movies, but then like the big sequence is done. I'm not as into like covering the rest, and so there's no at the moment, no. Anyway, Roundtable, that's the best answer I can give you. There's nothing out there like movies coming out there like, oh, I want to cover that. Plus, movies are a different tale. Like, do you think Robbie will get kicked out of Cobra Kai for losing against Eli and talking back at Silver? Without him, Tory Cobra Kai is screwed. Azim, that's a good point. And we don't really know what's going on with Robbie in regards to like Cobra Kai. Because you would think Kreese would kick him out, but then they were in such a good mood. They didn't look like they were ready to kick out anyone. So we'll just have to see. I can't tell you. I mean, it seems like maybe he's leaving anyway. But I'm not necessarily sure. It's not like assumed or straight out said like, well, I'm done with Cobra Kai. He didn't even necessarily say that. He's still talking to Johnny. Yeah, we're moving to other locations, multiple locations. But he was still almost saying that as if he was in Cobra Kai. But I expect that to be covered early in season 5 for sure, one way or another. Fancast, do you think Tory really did win even though the match was rigged, or did Sam really win? I mean, there's different views on that. I mean, I think most people, especially if you look through the comments of like people who've been in karate tournaments and have dealt with like biased refs, they generally think in the end Tory won. It was rigged in her favor, but the most you can see is it's not like a decisive victory or whatever, like the way she would have wanted. It's tainted, I think is the word I've used. And I think that's a good way to describe it. Sort of like a tainted victory. Isn't Hawk only 16? Yes. Actually, he is. Do you think Silver or Barnes will try to poach Sam if Tory leaves? No. That's you, Melissa. No. No one's gonna poach Sam. I'm not. I don't even think they would try. Do you think Mexico Adventures would be strictly season 5 or that storyline continued in season 6? Chozen and Daniel go to Mexico? No. And yeah, I think it's a season 5 storyline. I don't think it'll go past season 5. What happens with Miguel's father could always be hanging there in the balance, but as far as like Mexico, that's season 5. That's it. Will Miguel meet a half sister we don't know about? I think I brought that up in my video on Miguel in Mexico. You may want to check that out. It's possible. There's rumors, but unfortunately, I just don't know where those rumors came. People were saying some of the extras and like people on set were like, "Oh yeah, these girls were playing his half sister or something." The problem is I don't know where that happened, where that was said. So I can't even backtrack to the origin of the rumor, so I don't know. But that's what people were saying. Other people said that. I don't know. So maybe, but there do appear to be at least a few girls, and as I covered in that video, who, weren't extras. They had some sort of role of something. What does that mean? I don't know. What do you think the interactions will be like between Robbie and Miguel now that they will be neutral? I don't think they're neutral off the top. There's still a little bit to get over and come together. So I think Watch Party fan page, they have a little bit of progress or a little bit of work ahead of them as well. Who would you like to play Daniel in the prequel set just after Karate Kid 3? I have no idea, but they're not going to make a prequel there. Is there any evidence Kumiko will accompany Chozen to California? No. There's no reason. Daniel was looking specifically for Chozen. He needed a Miyagi-Do fighter. Plus, I don't think Amanda would like that Daniel's flying his ex-girlfriend across the world to come visit. Jay Kisses. What do you think Tory and Robbie's relationship will go? Or where do you think it'll go in the following season? Jay Kisses into the Tory Robbie stuff. It depends on how they both handle what happened at the end of 4. Robbie is probably, going to Mexico. Tori's in this situation where she won, but she's not sure she earned it. How do they handle Cobra Kai or something? But I think they'll stick together in one way or another. Yeah, Robbie seems done with Cobra Kai. Yeah, a lot of people think that. Tim, do you think season 5 will come out in December, like the 30th? I mean, that's your best guess now, but I mean, in the end, it seems clear that Netflix hasn't made a decision yet. So, I think it could come sooner, but we don't know until we get something from Netflix, really. No later than December, I would say, but that doesn't really help you. But there you go. Have Ralph and Billy asked Chad specifically? McQueen, I don't know anything about that. Bryce Productions. Do you think Anthony and Kenny will fight Anthony and Anthony will win and then Sean will fight Anthony? No. No, I don't think all that's going to happen. No. Anthony and Kenny may fight, but I don't see Sean stepping in. Jay Kisses again on Robbie and Tori's relationship. Jay Kisses, you are so into Robbie and Tori's relationship. I do think they're sticking. I think the couples are going to more or less stick together for what it's worth. There could always be some drama, but I think they're going to all stick together. Miguel respected Robbie ever since Johnny talked to him at the burger joint. Yeah. What are we doing? Watch party. Which student do you think Chozen will connect to the most and why? It'd be interesting to see Chozen with Hawk, but I also think Anthony and even Sam. Those are the ones I'm looking forward to. Essentially, Chozen and Dimitri could be humorous. I think that could be funny, in its own ways, but as far as connect, I'm actually interested to see, a connection between him and Sam. And then maybe him and Hawk. Azim, the Dream Reviews. Thank you. I'm wondering why Robbie didn't come back with Johnny after they made up. Where has he been living? It'd be better if they both read Miguel's letter together. Robbie is living with his mom. So if you remember in episode 8, after this prom stuff, and Johnny goes back, he's heading back in with Carmen. And then if you remember, Shannon's there, and Shannon's like, some guy came. Yeah, that right there. Shannon's there. And, and was like, you're going all the way and blah, blah, blah. And, because Robbie's now back to living with his mom. So Shannon's out of rehab. That's Robbie's mom. She's out of rehab. She was in rehab. She's out. She apparently has her own place. I mean, Silver offered her a job doing what? She didn't ask. But so that's why. So he went home to wherever undisclosed, nondescript place he's living with his mom. I was kind of thinking it's like every time Johnny comes back in there at the end in the last episode of the season, it's kind of like bad news or something. Jay Kisses has no shame about loving Robbie and Tori. I don't blame you. On Instagram, there's a lot of Robbie Tori fans. Keenery, I think they call him, or whatever. Is the guy confirmed from Karate Kid 3? You must mean Sean Kanan. It depends on how you mean confirmed. If he's been announced, no, he hasn't been announced. Is he going to be in it? Yeah, he'll be in it. We kind of know. Like, Sean Kanan was like posting from Atlanta while they were shooting. He like posted from the Atlanta airport and other stuff in Atlanta, all the while they're shooting season 5. Like, it's like, it's not even really a secret. It's just kind of like, how deliberately obvious can I make it without coming out and saying it? That's kind of like what the situation is. Any more relationship drama? I don't. Nothing major. Ari and Ramen. As far as relationship drama, most of the big stuff I think is past. You'll have a little bit of stuff now with Kenny and Anthony, but it's the show's moved on. Do you think Kreese will die in season 5? I've been predicting Kreese will die for a few seasons in a row now. I feel like I should predict it again, even though I don't necessarily think it'll happen. But I feel like I have because now if I don't predict it, he will die. So I don't know what to do. I don't necessarily think that, but I think I should predict it anyway. So take from that. What do you mean? Do you think we'll finally get to meet Tori's mom and little brother next season? Jay Kisses, a big Tori fan. No, actually, I honestly think we saw them in season 3, and I feel like the way they showed Tori's mom and brother is sort of with the intent of never coming back to them. It's like you saw them to see that they're there. Okay. But like, they didn't even give them credited roles or something. So I tend to think like the purpose was just to see that they're there. But the show's not about them. And I don't think it didn't feel like they intended to come back to these, because I feel like if they ever intended to come back to Tori's mom or even her little brother there, they would have given them a little bit more and, literally a screen credit. I don't know who played them. I don't know who played either of those, the mom or the little boy, because it's not credited. I don't know. So I couldn't tell you. It's actually a question worth asking. Watch Party fan page, the best fan page on Instagram. Why does every season finale have Johnny go back to Cobra Kai and getting some sort of drama? Except it season 4, that wasn't drama. Well, it was drama, just drama of a different kind. Because the show needs for there to be drama at Cobra Kai. Come on, that's what it's all about. Keenery for life, baby. Oh yeah, Cobra Kai World is a big Tory fan and Keenery fan. So Jay Kisses, follow Cobra Kai World on Instagram for more Tory love. Round table asking, will Johnny want to bring Robbie with him to Mexico, or will Robbie insist on going with Johnny? It'd be interesting to see if the idea actually, as I'm trying to think it through, maybe it comes from Carmen and or Shannon. Why don't you bring Robbie along? That could be interesting. That would be the best guess I could give you. Carmen or Shannon suggests it. It's kind of I don't know, because otherwise, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it plays. But what episode will Johnny's TV come off the wall in season 5? Yeah. It may be another late season thing. Tends to be a late season thing. It gets thrown in there. Someone beats up Tori's Aunt Candace. Yeah. Sam's my dad taught me everything he knows. Are you sure about that? I don't know if it'll flow like that, but definitely some Chozen Sam stuff could be interesting and fun. Sebastian, yes, Puerto Rico is definitely smaller than Mexico, but I don't think for production reasons that's a big obstacle. They're shooting in one town or something. He went to Mexico City, but maybe he lives in a smaller town or something. Who wins in a fight, Kenny or Devin? I'm actually thinking Devin, but maybe it depends if Kenny can get in a strike first. Peter's in. What's up? Back to you. Do you think Johnny and Carmen will what? If Ralph Macchio's daughter was in it, then Pat Morita's children. I don't know if they're actors or anything. I don't know about Pat Morita's children. Because Ralph Macchio's daughter, she is an actress. She has some work under her, so to speak. Johnny and Carmen will ever get married. Yeah, I think so. Somewhere late in the series. Seems like it. Sean Payne joins Cobra Kai. I don't know. Will he? Maybe he feels like he doesn't need it, Kenny needed Cobra Kai, but I don't know if Sean is going to feel like he needs it. He's already big and strong. Do you think Tori's mom will die? Yes. Kate, I mentioned that in a video. I think it was the Dark Sam video, wasn't it? It was recent. So let's see here. People think he's going to Mexico, but it's just Mexico City. Well, Mexico City is the capital of Mexico. So, I mean, yes, he is going to Mexico. Yeah, it's not New Mexico. I don't know why some people keep thinking New Mexico, but there have been several people who thought that. How do you think the opening of season 5 will begin? With which character? I think it could begin with Miguel. It would make sense. If not Miguel, then Chozen and or Daniel. But I think it would probably begin with Miguel. Do you think Tori's mom is Jessica Andrews? No, I do not. Do you think the main actor is going to die? I don't know who you mean. I hope not. The bus Miguel took wouldn't arrive in Mexico City. I don't know what you're saying. It was a bus to Mexico City. That's why it said Mexico City on it. Julie Pierce to be Tori's mom. No, she's not. Don't worry about that. Agni Kai never dies. Is he here? I don't see him. Why would Sam be jealous of Eli? I don't know what people are saying. Do you think he's going to go to Mexico? I don't know what you... Who? Miguel? Yes. Oh. Don't worry, Watch Party fan page. Even though I like Sam and Tori drama, I really like to see them be friends in the future. Yeah, I've been predicting something like that for a while. I never was sure how it would happen. I think Chozen is going to be instrumental in that, and I think I was kind of talking about that in the Dark Sam video. That's what I was talking about in the Dark Sam video. So that's sort of the way I hope it goes. That, you know, it's a process for both of them to realize they don't have to hate each other all the way. It does all the time. It doesn't have to be like that. Find Anthony Larusso to be a forgivable character, seeing how he made things right and apologizing to Kenny. Yeah, it was a good story arc. It played very well. Do you think Moon and Hawk will stay together? Yes. They managed to come back together. It might have been nice if there was a little bit more to it, but you know, it is what it is. So. Kenny redeems himself at the end of season 5. He hasn't gone full evil yet. Like, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Although he's probably going to be in the Cobra Kai spell, so to speak. What fights do you want in season 5 as a fan? Oh, that's a good one. Because there's all sorts of fun combinations now we can do. If we have Chozen in the picture, we have Mike Barnes in the picture. So there's a lot of like Chozen versus Silver, or Chozen versus Barnes is like a matchup people want. So definitely stuff like that. Maybe a Barnes versus Johnny fight. There's just so many matchups we can do here with those characters back in the picture, and we still have Terry Silver. Like, so, oh man, a Silver versus Daniel fight could be cool. I'd like to see that. Cobra Kai, not the type of show to use familial reveals for drama's sake. Not everyone has to be related to legacy characters. The only such characters that exist are Blatt and Louie. Yes, as well as Robbie and Samantha and Anthony. But otherwise, yes. Plus, and I pointed this out in my members chat last night, which we do once a month with the members. If you get in, we'll have a private personal chat. But they don't keep these things a secret. Like you learned, Louis was related to the Russos, like you said, and Blatt, which is a vague reference, but like, in episode 1, you learned Samantha was Daniel's daughter. In episode 2, you immediately saw Robbie as Johnny's son. And then even here in season 4, we're introduced to Kenny, and then in the end of the episode, we learn, oh, that's Sean's little brother. Like, they don't keep it a secret for episodes and seasons, Like, if somebody has a relation to someone else in the show, it's revealed almost as soon as the character is. Like, there's no big revelations. There's no big secrets, They're not keeping Tori's mom a secret across multiple seasons to reveal that it's Julie Pierce. That's kind of like silly, to be straightforward. But nonetheless, people like thinking it. I don't know. And then I just tell them that, and they say, "Man, that's just your opinion. You don't know." Oh, whatever. Okay. Trey, who sounds dab? Who do you think will visit Kreese in jail? That's a good question. You almost think Tory may want to go visit him, but I actually suspect Silver may tell her not to. Maybe Silver will give Tory a story and she won't. And I don't think Johnny will want to. Johnny's like the only other person. So I think the answer is going to be no one. Through various manipulations of Silver and other issues going on with like Johnny and something. What's your favorite father-like son moment between Johnny and Robbie? Oh, like father, like son. That Johnny's stuck in the 80s and Robbie's hair was stuck in the 90s. I think like, I don't know. Do you think at the end of season 5, when Terry tries to kill Daniel, Jack will catch the punch and say, "You probably shouldn't have done that"? No. Will Daniel meet a Kreese at county jail if Kreese asked him? No. And I don't think Kreese would ask him. I don't see that happening. Do you think Robbie and Miguel will have another rematch? Yeah, they could have some sort of fight. I'm wondering if they'll have like some sort of, sparring fight here in Mexico through the Mexico storyline. It's not like a fight I'm trying to really hurt you, but like a dojo sparring sort of thing that goes kind of hard. That would be kind of cool. Do you think Hawk and Kenny's little rivalry will continue? Little rivalry. I like it. Will continue in season 5. No, Alfred. I think Hawk is on to bigger things. Hawk was just trying to get Kenny out of Cobra Kai, but he's learned that isn't going to happen. So. How do you... Okay, this is a good question, Pedal. I mean, as good as you can get. But how important do you think Devin's role will be in season 5? That's a good question because, like, there's Devin. She seems so tagged on. And honestly, my honest opinion is I feel like Devin had the second half of Sam's storyline. You know, here in episode 7, you know, her with all these, like if this were Sam, it would feel like this was Sam's story, right? Like Sam comes in, she wants to train Eagle Fang and she's going to make a decision. Like she actually does that in the end of the episode. And it's just kind of weird because it's like these two moments that should have been the same character, but instead it's two different girls. And I really feel like Devin took part of Sam's story. I imagine they'll expand her something because I think they realize like, well, we introduced this character, we got to do something with him, so they're gonna do something with her. So they got to like expand her somehow. I don't know. I hope it's good. You know, I just, you know, are they gonna wrap her up? And you know, she's like a little younger than the others, but she's like older than Kenny and Anthony. I mean, I guess maybe she's around like Bert's age, you know, Bert and Nate. It's actually, I'm not really clear. And there's a strong theory that like Bert had a real crush on her. Like Bert was smitten with Devin. So if you want anything, how about let's say a Bert Devin romance. So there you go. There's your season 5 Devin stuff. A Bert Devin romance. Do you fan cast Carrie Underwood singing "Moment of Truth"? They could have added the original song instead of getting her to sing it. I mean, they could. Yeah, they could have. But I mean, in the end, I think, you know, like a new take or a cover makes sense. So. Is Mike going to appear next season? Tours, EFSA? Yeah, I definitely think so. Like I said, it's almost, without being officially confirmed, it's almost as out there as it can be. Did you expect Terry Silver to be the first person we see in season 4? I think it was possible that they would show that phone call. So, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really have any expectations, but definitely, like, if you ask me what are possible ways it could open, that was one of them. When are you going to make a vid about Stingray? Yeah, I should. Eventually. We'll see how much I have to say about him. He's kind of like good, but like a little, I don't know, frustrating. Like I think, you know, his role is partially dictated by the fact that John, Josh, and Hated really, really like Paul Walter Hauser. You know, they like him, so you know, they're gonna write parts for him because that's what they like. Mikel Faro's Caro Quintero. Okay. Devin becomes Cobra Kai. That'd actually be interesting if she did while Johnny was away, but I don't think so. Tori will give her trophy to Sam. No, she won't. What do you think will happen to all the Eagle Fangs after their star people runs away and their sensei? Yeah, that's a good question. I think the most likely answer is they just gravitate back over to Miyagi-Do. I mean, they were there for a while training, so they may just go back that way and train with Chozen. We'll have to see how it works. Something like that. You know, and how Daniel and Chozen decide to teach Miyagi-Do how they're going to handle it. So we'll see. You want to be Cobra Kai, yeah. Will the show end like Rocky Theory? I would say there is at least a possibility. I would say yes, that there is a possibility. A final rematch between Daniel and Johnny, and then it cuts away and we never see. I would say that is a possibility. Hope the episodes are longer in season 5. Yeah, I would hope so too, but as far as I know, I haven't seen any indication of like increased budget or more shooting time, which is what they would need for longer episodes. So in the end, I think necessarily not. What will Amanda's storyline be in season 5? I don't know. You know, her storyline, comes and goes a little bit. Maybe something with Carmen. That would be nice. I think like if something with Carmen, but we'll see. Why doesn't Amanda tell Daniel about Tory's background and story? I mean, it's not entirely clear how much Amanda herself knows. She knows what Kreese said, but at the same time, it's not entirely clear. She didn't tell Daniel that, so I think she did, and I think there's part of the assumption is, at least in episode 6, when Tory's over at their house, and then Amanda and Daniel are talking, somewhere in there, she may have told Daniel about that too. Will Amanda be Tory's stepmom? No. Not stepmom. Do you think Chozen's staying in Miyagi's house? It's possible. Or maybe he's staying in the extra bedroom at the Larussos or in a hotel. I don't know. They have an extra bedroom because Daniel's mom stayed in it. So, we'll see. Hawk is the GOAT. Cobra Kai World is correct on that one. Did you see the leaked first episode title? I mean, is it real? It could be real. I would say there's a good chance it's real, but yeah, I saw it. It was out a week or 2 ago. It's been around for a while now. Watch party. Which dojo you think you'd be in? Johnny's Eagle Fang. Yeah, I think I'd like to learn from Johnny, but I'd probably also like to learn from Daniel. Hope there will be a real trailer of Cobra Kai Season 5. Well, there definitely will be a real trailer. It may not be for a while, though, so we'll have to see. A rumor that would be 8 seasons of Cobra Kai. We don't know. They've said they hope for at least 6 and have hinted they could do a little bit more, but we don't know how many. So can't wait for Cobra Kai Season 5. I agree with you. Like we said, we don't know when it'll come out. It'll most certainly come out this year. Netflix likes this end of the year approach, but they may move it up a little bit for this year. So maybe it comes earlier. What will the show do with Dimitri? Where is he going? I don't know. Dimitri and Hawk are now like these characters who are there, and what are they doing? I don't know. It's really hard to see where they take them next. I think Hawk's win could play into it. So I feel like it's more like a Hawk Dimitri thing after Hawk has now won the All Valley. How do you think Anthony will develop? It felt like Anthony's turn to be better didn't feel genuine. Well, I mean, I think Anthony will be now training, and he'll be in a Miyagi-Do guy, maybe learning from Chozen. So, I would say I felt like it. To me, it felt genuine. I mean, I think they tried to show that like Anthony is like the good kid who was definitely hanging out with some not so good kids, the one curly hair kid and stuff, but very much instigating a lot of that bullying and him getting wrapped up in it. But I think it'll kind of progress along that path anyway. I'm interested to see Anthony with Chozen. I think he needs to learn from Chozen. It's what I always think. Like for some people, it just doesn't work. Learning karate from your dad, maybe it just doesn't work for him, which I get it. Like I would probably have been the same way. So it makes sense. Jim Tim, a late summer release would be great. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the earliest it could come. I don't think it would come any sooner than late summer. So we'll see. Late summer being August, essentially. Like when the show originally dropped on Netflix was August 28th. So somewhere around there. Oh, hey guys, exclusive. Peter's saying our interview with Brock Duncan, aka Zach, to drop this coming week. Yeah, definitely. So there you go. That's a Cobra Kai companion he's talking about. They're a podcast and YouTube. You could search up Cobra Kai companion with a K, and now you have exclusive news. They got an interview with Brock Duncan. Actually, he just followed me on Twitter last night. I didn't even know he was on Twitter. He just followed me. So there you guys go. And you can learn a little bit more about that. Get some insights. Season 5 leaks that came out yesterday are true. There are no Season 5 leaks. I don't know. That came out yesterday. Someone sent me something stupid on Instagram. That's clearly a bunch of made up garbage. There are no, the stuff we know about Season 5, came from Puerto Rico, right? So obviously the casting crew that they had in Puerto Rico was, as I put it, it wasn't so much a leak as a floodgate. They weren't as intent on we'll keep it a secret. I think they were all just so excited to be a part of the show. So we did get a lot, coming out of Puerto Rico there, which is going to be the Mexico storyline. Anything other than that is mostly just nonsense, except for maybe that title that's there. That could be real, but anything other than that is mostly nonsense. I mean, it's all nonsense. It's not mostly nonsense. Could Hawk get a new type of mohawk? Buzz cut mohawk? I don't know what a buzz cut mohawk would be, but he has changed this style a few times. There was the fan, and then there was the spiky. So, I mean, yes, it could be a different style mohawk. I don't know what that would be, but I'm not an expert in mohawks, but I would definitely look for the return of the hawk. The return of Hawk's hawk, and maybe a new style. Sure. Our review of 402 tonight. with Michael Jonathan Smith later in the week. Wow. He's going to have, I was just about to say, Peter, we're almost into the third month of the year and you still only had one recap out, but good. Okay. So more Cobra Kai companion stuff. I'm actually looking for it. I tend to like the interviews with the writers. I mean, maybe I show my bias, but I prefer the interviews with the writers more than the actors. I like the one with Joe and Lou. They interviewed the writers of episodes 2 and 8, but they specifically were talking about episode 2. That's a good one. I recommend it. Jay Kisses. I would say, is that your real last name, Kisses? I was like, every time I see your name, Jay, like I always think like Jay Kisses. It's such a name. Do you think we'll ever see Hawk's mom again? Seeing her so upset about Eli being bullied in season 2, I'd love to see her, but happy son. Speaking of which, I know Peter interviewed her as well, that actress. It's something like she could come up again, but you know, it's like I was saying earlier about Tory. It's like I was saying about Tory. They have a lot of like I almost feel like she was there partially just to see, yeah, like here's Hawk's parents. We're not necessarily going to come back to her or something, you know. And I definitely got that impression for Tory's mom and brother, and I mean, you know, Hawk's mom too. You know, in the end, the show is so big. There's so many characters. There's so much to do. You know, if we're going to put in Hawk's family, it's really got to be like a good reason. You know, we didn't even get her in, you know, season 4 there when Dimitri comes over to Hawk's place. He's down in that downstairs, wherever that was. So I would say it's unlikely, but you know, it's always out there. Lapusso uses the crane kick against Kenny. Kind of funny, but I think Lapusso is going to get more advanced techniques. A short mohawk. Those leaks are fake on Reddit. Yeah, guys. What you have to understand is what happens. People just have their own theories. Like, oh, I think it'd be cool if this happens, or I really think this is going to happen, you know, and which is fine, right? That's what everyone does. That's what we're doing here. You know, you can have some of your own theories, your own ideas, but what people want is they feel like, well, no one pays attention to my theories. So what they do is they actually just turn around and say, oh, this leaked to me. My friend works on the show, and this is what he told me is going to happen. And then they just say their theories and they call them leaks to get more attention. You know, all they're doing is a cry for attention. But if you read it, it doesn't read like a leak at all. So it's just nonsense. Ooh, hook me up with the interview to 408 already been recorded. I feel like I'm on the inside. Jay Kisses, it's just cute to me. Okay, so it's not your last name. Now I know that for real. I didn't know. Bryce Productions. Since Kreese and Silver left that dojo that Johnny talked about, do you think Johnny will take the dojo back to teach you to fight? Yes, that is actually a good theory. I'm thinking something like that, or Daniel. You know, in fact, something I was just thinking earlier in this stream here is I was wondering if like Daniel buys it out, he rents it from Zakarian, and maybe splits Miyagi-Do up, and like Chozen's teaching in there and Daniel's still teaching at, you know, the Mr. Miyagi's backyard. So like Miyagi-Do could be split into 2, where Chozen's teaching part of it there and then Daniel's teaching the other part of it. That would be an interesting way for Miyagi-Do to work, and the students rotate or something. We'll see. Got done with the legacy moves. New moves from here on out. I agree. What is the leaked title you're talking about? Oh, there was a picture on Twitter that got deleted of a leaked title. Hold on, guys. I'll put it up for you. But where is it? But keep in mind, we don't know if it'll be real. But this is the picture. Fresh open gates. Is it real? It could be. You know, the fact that like this is blurred out, I don't know, seems real. It looks real, but who knows? It certainly could be a title. Like this could apply to stuff in Mexico. Could apply to like Miyagi Do. Could apply to Kreese in jail. Like, who knows? That's, who knows? I have nothing really to say about it, so I'll put it on the stream. But no, there's not going to be a video on it. People assume I just go and make videos about this stuff that comes out. When are you planning to release your next theory video? Oh, a few days ago. It's been kind of a crazy week for me. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. I'm writing a video on Kreese that I hope that will be out very soon. So Cobra Disney Jedi Season 5 being the summer only, or carrying the school next school year. The summer makes sense the way the show's progressing. So we'll see for sure, but yeah, the summer or so. Okay, Arian, you keep asking this question. I don't even know what you're trying to ask. When will they send season 5 stuff? That doesn't make any sense. You know, in promotion, yeah. Oh, I hit the wrong button. You're gone. Don't spam the chat. Don't spam the chat. The scripts have watermarks. That's true. Yeah. I don't know about the cover page either. I have to look back. Have you seen Spider-Man? No, I haven't seen Spider-Man yet. I'm behind. I admit. What is it? Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. Sorry guys. Hold on. I was looking for something. Shoot. Yeah. Oh. Do you think Kyler will ever get a redemption arc? I don't know like about that. He's such a goofball. It's like, does he need a redemption arc? I don't know. But I do think we're going to get more Kyler in season 5. I have reason to think that. Last episode be titled something along the lines of starting over. Yeah, it can be fun to predict titles, but it's also hard because obviously we don't know what the story is going to be. So. Now there are multiple dojos. There will be multiple different senseis Terry hires. Yes, definitely. He has to. I mean, he's going to expand multiple locations. He needs people to teach at those locations. Who will Kreese fight in season 5? He may not fight anyone. Who knows? Kyler Kid Redemption. Cobra Kai isn't for the weak. Yeah, that's funny. Didn't they sell the Larusso house? No, the Larusso house is a set on the soundstage. God, people I'm always answering the same questions. Excited for Suicide Squad? No. The first one was kind of weak, wasn't it? I didn't even see the whole thing. Silver is trespassing if he enters a Cobra Kai dojo. Okay. Season 4 is your least favorite. Anthony and Sam team up. You know what? Actually, Tim, I would actually love to see a little bit more Anthony and Sam. We haven't actually gotten anything between them really since season 1. In season 4, there was a few vague lines. Sam talking about him, but they didn't really actually interact with each other. I would love to see like a more actual like sibling relationship between them, because I think there's like actually a lot of potential there. You know, there's a lot of fun things you could do with that. Like a sibling relationship between Anthony and Sam. So I feel like there's a little bit of untapped potential. So hopefully we'll get something like that. A big plot hole at the tournament, just like Terry Silver and back Kreese in the All Valley. That's not a plot hole at all. I even made a video on it that got one of the fewest amount of views I had, and I can't handle it. But no, there's no plot hole. Good evening, Watch Party and Cobra Kai fans. Good evening back to you. Introduce any more important characters besides Mike Barnes and Miguel's dad. While Julie Pierce is still in to come in. You know, there's plenty of other people to bring in one way or another. So, yes. Gaming Corruption Human asks, will you love me? Oh. You know, you don't even buy me dinner. You know, you just take me out. You just come right out and ask, will you love me? I mean, what do you got to earn that love, man. You don't even sign up to be a channel member. I love my channel members. I would like Sam and Anthony to bond. Yeah. Watch Party, it would be cool if in season 5 Kreese and Dutch are cellmates and Dutch says to Kreese that Cobra Kai is the reason he's Dutch in prison. No. And you know, and as actually John Nessa Cafe pointed out even last night, Dutch is actually in federal prison. Lompoc is a federal prison. So no, they're not going to be cellmates. Dutch will not be in the show. Chad McQueen said he's honored, but he doesn't intend to come back. So why would Johnny go down to Mexico? He doesn't know or speak Spanish. Well, he would go to find Miguel. That's why. That's your straightforward answer. Do you think the Mr. Miyagi series would be called Miyagi-Do or another title? No, I don't think it would be called Miyagi-Do. I mean, honestly, I think it could be called Miyagi. Something like that could make sense as a title, Miyagi. Or, I mean, yeah, it's just Miyagi. Like, it doesn't even have to be Mr. Miyagi. I think Miyagi could be a good title. Not Miyagi-Do, though. They should keep couples as they're like most fans them as their I think the couples are more or less fixed We can always get a little bit of drama back and forth and going, but who's spamming the chat? Don't spam the chat. You can ask a question, and if I don't answer it, you feel free to ask it again, but I don't like people spamming the chat, and I don't don't hog it. This is for everyone. Don't hog. So Chozen and Kumiko are engaged, and he has Daniel to be the best man. I mean, I'm laughing because it just strikes me as funny. I don't think there's any relationship there. even though Kumiko invited Chozen, it would be out of left field, but no, I don't think so. I think that maybe they just sort of have come under mutual respect. Johnny in Mexico will be peak humor, I hope. Yes, there's definitely plenty of potential there for your fish out of water, and he could be doing it with Robbie. Like, it could be a fish out of water, two fishes out of water. Wait, fish is plural. Two fish out of water. So two fish out of water. People should tune in or talk about a young Miyagi spinoff. Yes. Peter there, I did a stream with him. When was it? Last November. If you look back in the live streams, I need to make a new playlist on like memorable live streams or good spin. But if you do look, we did a whole stream on a Miyagi spinoff, going through all the potential there. There's so much story potential in Miyagi's life. Starting from when he was young in Okinawa, obviously through up to the movies and even through the movies after it. But, there's a lot of points in Miyagi's life where there's story potential, and Peter and I talked about that, and there's just a lot of potential. That's also why, personally, I think if they're going to do a spinoff, it seems like Miyagi is the most likely. Obviously, I don't know. I'm not in the room. I don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, and we had a great stream, Peter and I, about that. I'll have it on my channel page. I'm gonna make a new slot there for like memorable live streams. I don't know what I'll call it, but the live streams, to come back, because we've had some good ones too. So spamming does not exist in Watch Party Dojo. Yes. Yeah, I wish there was a way I could teach the bot to auto delete people that are doing that, but that option's not there. When is Daniel going to realize everything his fault? His whole reasoning getting rid of Cobra Kai for opening up is wrong. It goes against Miyagi's beliefs. Therefore, he isn't teaching Miyagi-Do. Well, John, keep in mind, as we even remembered there in season 4, Mr. Miyagi even told Daniel, no, one day you're going to do it your way. So I don't think the fact that it's like against Miyagi's beliefs or, well, he didn't like that. This is Daniel's way. So it's not like it's all wrong. And, this is a show where everyone's at fault a little bit, and, their reasoning can be make sense and justified. So, so no, other than the end of season 2 when Daniel's like shutting down Miyagi-Do, but otherwise going forward now. Do you think Kumiko will be in season 5, or just Chozen multi-reviewer? As far as I know, I don't think so. I think it's just Chozen. Daniel asked Chozen to come for a very specific reason. Chozen came because he feels indebted to Daniel. John Josh and Hayden talked about that a little bit in an interview somewhere. I don't remember who it was with, but Chozen feels like he wants to make up to Daniel for what happened in Karate Kid 2. What they did in season 3 that was just sort of sparring, looking around town. That wasn't it. So like, this is Chozen's opportunity to sort of redeem himself to Daniel. So, and that's why Chozen's there. And it's also like Kumiko is not there. Could she show up? Maybe. But like I said, I also don't think Daniel's going to ask, his ex-girlfriend to come across the planet to see him. Maybe Amanda would raise her eyebrow at that for good reason. So I think it's just Chozen. Christian, hey, thanks you got it. You got in. Daniel said to Anthony, Mr. Miyagi always said, one day you'll be defending this family. You think we'll see another All Valley Anthony versus Kenny? Honestly, I hope not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're getting another All Valley like that. There could be some sort of Anthony versus Kenny. It feels like a very ominous foreshadowing line that they're basically putting dialogue in Mr. Miyagi's mouth. Mr. Miyagi said it. So that's the key. Mr. Miyagi said it. But I don't necessarily think it'll be an All Valley. So I agree with you. It's not an All Valley. Please answer my question. I'm sorry, horror movies. I don't know what your question was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Will Miguel's dad kill him? Will Miguel's dad kill him? You're going to have to ask a question in better. I don't know what you're asking. Will Miguel's dad kill him? How do you think Daniel is going to feel knowing Kreese is gone? That's an interesting question. I feel like his reaction would be something like, it's about time, or it was bound to happen sooner or later. Something like that. But in the meantime, like, Terry Silver is going balls to the wall, expanding Cobra Kai. So he's not going to be happy or like, okay, that's done. So I have a question which I hope is not missed and answered. Considering the Karate Kid movie was the 80s, how come soccer was a sport part of the plot, which jocks even played it? Well, they were like playing it in gym class or something. I don't know. You would have to ask Robert Mark came in that. Seems un-American, right? Soccer seems like it's a European sport or South America. Not us Americans. We don't play soccer. I don't know. You would just have to, a footballer. I apparently you're a footballer. You're a soccer player, judging from your name. But maybe Robert Mark came in, was just looking for a little bit something, especially something you're kicking around. It seems like a good sport for that. So. When Sam asks Chozen, how do you and my dad meet? He will say, I tried to kill him. Maybe that will put hers and Tori's relationship in perspective. Essentially, I don't know if it'll go exactly like that, but something like that. Will Miguel's dad kill him? No, he will not. Is that what you're asking? Because will Miguel's dad kill him? I think you mean Miguel's dad kill him, and no. Do you think Chozen will bring Johnny and Daniel together for good? I don't know. I don't know how much Johnny and Chozen will interact. Because in the end, we know Johnny's going in a completely different direction. So, NASA Cans fan, thank you. Thank you, John, for coming on in. He's a channel member. So thank you. Since the young fighters are too old for the All Valley, do you think they're going to be on the tournament? Yeah, I don't know if they have what they have in mind, a different tournament, a bigger tournament. Will they try to have a bigger tournament than the All Valley? Maybe. It seems like it would upset the balance of the series, which puts the All Valleys the biggest tournament in the world. But we'll see. I just don't know what they have. Samantha La rules. So that's kind of funny, actually. Tory tells Daniel's wife and she convinces Daniel to free Kreese. No, I don't think. Partially because I think Tory won't visit Kreese in jail. She won't know specifically what happened. She'll get the story from Terry Silver. And Terry Silver will kind of like manipulate her from learning the truth. If Miguel's father will kill Miguel. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. And it's kind of a weird question. The answer is no. Agni Kai. Tori is the hottest girl on the show. Well, thank you for sharing that. Do you think there will be an All Valley due to how much drama is going to be in season 6? I don't know what drama is going to be in season 6. We haven't even gotten season 5. Long live Queen Cobra. Oh. The deal with Kreese is Daniel will bail him out if Daniel lets him be sensei and teach Miyagi Do, just honoring the agreement. No. Do you think Daniel will be close to killing Terry? He may go dark. No. Daniel is as much committed to what he learned from Mr. Miyagi, and he brought in Chozen to help him expand Miyagi Do. Tori with purple hair. Yeah, sure. All right. We'll go a couple more minutes. Lazy Sunday afternoon. 96 viewers. We have more people on now. The longer you go. Kreese will let Daniel teach Miyagi Do if Daniel's bails him out of jail. No. Daniel's not going to bail Kreese out of jail under any circumstances. Daniel will think that's where Kreese belongs. So that's not like that's going to work. A lot of your Tory theories are based off Silver manipulating her. Are you sure the writers are going so hard in that direction with her? Well, what are their other options with Tory? I mean, some people like to predict at the season 5 opens with Tory knocking on the door at the Larussos to hand the trophy to Sam and say, I was wrong and I want to join Miyagi Do. It seems like that doesn't make for much of a season or a story. In order for the story to continue, on some level, Tori's got to stay in Cobra Kai. And, the way they wrote themselves into this position, Tori has needs with her family, and, she's more loyal to Kreese than she is Silver. So, just writing wise, how do you get around all that? So, are you sure the writers are going to go so hard in that direction with her? Yes. I mean, I certainly think they would. I mean, at the moment, more than anything else. So, if that makes sense, like as of now, we'll see what their idea is. But, before we have anything on season 5, that's what I think. Kreese tried killing Daniel. yeah. I don't think Daniel's in a rush to bail him out of jail. Smart, unpopular speculation watch party. Thank you. I'm not sure which one you're referring to, but I'm more than happy to. How do you think Miyagi Do students are going to feel about Daniel not putting his bet into the deal? It's somewhat an interesting question because, Daniel even says at the tournament, Miyagi Do shuts down if we lose, and then obviously he's not going to. So, will he just say, well, Hawk won, that's enough, or whatever? I don't think they'll care in the end on some level. It won't be a big deal because they like it. Even Dimitri likes it, as he says. Did Terry Silver sign a contract that reads he owns Cobra Kai or is co-owner? Leslie, so the way the law works in the Miyagi-verse is whoever controls like the building is the legal owner of Cobra Kai. Like it's so like when Kreese took over in season 2, he just took the students and walked in, and now he was the owner. And now Terry Silver walks in and controls it, and now he's the owner. That's obvious how the law works in the Miyagi-verse. So it's just whoever controls the building is the legal owner. Season 5 is said to be full of surprises. I don't think we can assume anything at this point. We're going to get a brand new ball game. True. I mean, they say that about every season, and they're more or less, deliver. You don't know what they're thinking. Michael T. Flex, hey man, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, like we don't know what they're thinking, so the best thing we can do is make some vague guesses on where they're likely to go with the story, right? So. Send kill king. Sam shutting down Daniel's argument by saying Aisha is in Cobra Kai. Well, yeah. Yeah, she does say, my friends are in it, which Aisha is. So, or theoretically to them. But, Daniel wasn't listening. I think that's part of the thing, That doesn't. She says in that episode there that doesn't necessarily make them bad people or something. And he's like, Cobra Kai will never change. So like Daniel's not listening. Sente King or whatever, however your name is, KNG. I don't know. But do you think Kreese will have visitors in jail? Actually, no, I don't think he will. Like I said, the only people who would maybe go visit someone like Tory, but I think Terry Silver is going to talk to her and try to get her not to go. And then, Daniel or Johnny aren't going. So I think Kreese is on his own. Kreese, season 5 will be full of twists and turns. Well, sure. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Do you think Julie Pierce will have a teaser promo like Terry Silver did? Maybe, but I don't think she'll be in season 5, so it's not anytime soon. But Hilary Swank's a big enough actress that if she's going to be on the show, I think they would want to, make some hay around it. It's not going to be a surprise. Like, hey, Hilary Swank's on Cobra Kai. So, but that, get to that when you get to it. Like, I don't think that'll be season 5. Kreese choked out Johnny twice. Please were ready to kill him. Went dark and liked it. But in season 4, they backtracked. I thought season 4 would be the dark season. Yeah, it could have. It could have just been the dark more as like Cobra Kai wins the tournament and they're ruling the valley, but it's a little bit more muddled. Hawk won Miyagi-Do, and then Tory sees Kreese bribing the ref, so it's more muddled as opposed to like a full on dark. Like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Yeah, season 3 was more dark than I intended, for sure. Or, I mean, I expected. I didn't think quite it would go that far. I talked about this in my most recent video. The Santori rivalry is played out. The show's maybe moving on from. No, AJ, you're absolutely right. I kind of almost I had the debate last week, a little bit for fun. I wanted to get both those girls. I've known them both, Sarah and Teddy, for almost like a couple of years now, and they're both huge fans of like. Sarah loves Sam so much, and Teddy loves Tory, so I thought it would be fun to have that. But really, for the most part, the show has moved on. It has moved on. It's not maybe moving on. Like, for the most part, the show is moving on. And there's other stuff to talk about. And I feel like people, for the really still going back and forth about Sam and Tory, are like, you're stuck like in season 2. Like, it's like, let's move on. There's more interesting things to talk about, in my opinion. Cobra Kai is going to make a way to counter the Miyagi no pressure points. You just got to be smart. I mean, that's how Johnny was able to counter it. Christy FNM, even with part of his body kind of disabled there, he was able to just literally block Daniel's kick with his own foot and take him down. Like, you can counter it. You just got to be active and smart. When do you think we'll get a season 5 teaser? I don't know. It partially depends on probably when they decide to release it. If it's coming late summer, then we could get one in the springtime. But if it's not coming till the end of the year, then we may not get it till teaser till the fall. So, Jay kisses. Do you think Daniel will ever change his ways? Jay kisses, no. Daniel doesn't want to. He learned from Mr. Miyagi. And if you learned from Mr. Miyagi, would you change your ways? Nope. AJ0, what Google what from Jacob? I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, AJ, I don't know what you're referring to, mentioned by another fan. Terry sees just Quicksilver method to Kenny. Yeah, I don't think so. But him teaching it may be interesting. Is it like an advanced technique for like the Quicksilver, is it like advanced or part of regular teaching? We'll see. Dan Warner, no, I don't think they're going to wait till 2023. Responding to another in chat. Okay. No, they're not going to wait till 2023, so it's not going to be that long. I think December at the latest, but when in December, we don't know. They are doing this Stranger Things split here where half the season is, when is it? April, the end of April, and then half the season is in July or something. So, Cobra Kai may come after all that for sure at some point. Netflix drops it on Friday. Yeah, I think they tend to drop their bigger stuff on Fridays because they like to have it there like for the weekend for people to watch. If you don't change, you don't grow. Jay Kiss is very, very wise of you, Jay. That is true. You have to change. You have to grow. When you look at film or television or just novels, stories, we talk about character growth. Did the character grow? Did the character change along the way a little bit? That's sort of, deeper, literary analysis, character analysis, but no, Kreese is not running into Dutch in prison. It's everyone's favorite. Dutch, like I said, Dutch is also in federal prison. I just don't think it's not going to come up. And, Chad said he's, appreciates the love, but doesn't wish to return. to the show. So, just let it be. I think it's better just to let it be. He made his decision, so that's fine. Is Kreese going to get out of jail? I think so. Yeah. He's gonna get out of jail in a no mercy kind of mood, don't you think? Terry Silver will not care if Daniel dishonors the bet. Well, I don't know if I would say he doesn't care, but I don't think he'll be surprised because Terry Silver doesn't have honor, so he'll assume Daniel doesn't. So I don't necessarily think he'll be surprised. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. We've gone an hour and a half. A lot of fun. Thank you for the discussion. It's nice to just kick it out and take it easy a little bit. I do want to get that Kreese video out in a day or two. I apologize. I've taken a long time. I know, but longer than I should have. But thank you so much for everyone, for coming on in, supporting the channel. If you want to sign up for a channel membership, it's a lot of fun. It's like $5 a month, or you can get the $10. But, and we do things like we hung out last night, talking one-on-one, not one-on-one, but like in the group of us,